start anyway. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم طلبتنا الأعزاء، طلبة المرحلة الثالثة للدراسة المسائية ليوم الأحد 28/2/2021. Before starting answering some of the practices of chapter 4 that are related to thesis statement, and then inshallah we are going to move to know the basic elements of body paragraphs and then to the concluding paragraphs. Before that, I want to refresh your memory of the structure of the essay in general. And you all know that the structure is so easy, theoretically speaking, but practically it requires some focus when we are writing our essays. Before writing essays, we have to think of the topic very clearly and seriously. If we have time, we look for information from other sources, for example, on the internet, on the websites, or on any, or using any hard copy for any information you can get for your writing. So the structure of the essay in general has three parts: the introductory paragraph and the body paragraph, and then the concluding paragraph. We covered the introductory paragraph, and we said that the introductory paragraph starts with general background about the topic, and then narrowing down the topic into the thesis statement that conveys, that carries the claim of the writer, the main idea of the writer, the position of the writer, okay, the viewpoint of the writer. So it is the most important sentence in the whole essay, the thesis sentence. And I don't know if we mentioned something about the length of this sentence, thesis statement. It depends on the idea. If it has the subtopics, it will be longer than normal. I mean, there are two types of thesis statements, or thesis statements could be longer or could be moderate average length, because it depends on what? It depends on the idea and how complicated is that idea, or it depends on whether the sentence, the thesis statement, has subtopics or not. Yani, as we explained and tackled some of the examples. For example, when you have a thesis sentence and you want to mention the reasons, for example, you say, for example, for several reasons at the end of the thesis statement. But sometimes you mention those reasons in particular, and specifically, you mention those reasons. So, of course, you will have what? You will have longer sentence, like these examples. Okay, if you look at these examples in practice 4, here we have sentences. Okay, those sentences have subtopics. And the early example that we discussed in the previous lessons, here, for example, look at this. Look at this, okay. Look at this sample. Here we have 2 lines length. يعني جملة 2 lines. يعني 2 lines is moderately, averagely a long sentence. يعني average sentence, but it could be long for third year students. Okay. Yeah. Normally we have 1 line sentence, 1.5, not 2 lines. So this sentence that I mentioned to you is averagely, yani on the average perspective, on the average level, it could be average or long for you, okay? But if we look at the same sentence with subtopics, look at this, the same sentence, but it has subtopics added. It is 3 lines and a quarter. يعني 3 lines and a quarter, 3 أسطر وربع تقريبا. So it is a long sentence, as a thesis statement. Why? Because the first sentence doesn't have what subtopics. The second sentence, yes, has subtopics. If we go to practice number 4, and I think we tackled point number 1, what is required is to identify the topic of the thesis statement. Okay? So here in this practice, we identify three things: the topic of the sentence and the thesis sentence, the signaling words that introduce, the function of signaling words here, introducing what? Introducing the subtopics of the main idea. So we have the main idea, and we have what? We have sub-ideas in the thesis statement. Sahih, for the whole essay, we have only one main idea. But does this mean that we don't have other ideas? Of course not. We have many ideas in the essay. But all ideas could be named as supporting ideas, related or relevant ideas to the main idea, the major idea that is stated in the thesis statement, thesis sentence. And the length of the thesis statement depends on the idea. How complicated is your idea? Whether you have subtopics or not, it depends. And you are free to write a thesis statement without subtopics, and at the same time you have the freedom to write a thesis statement with subtopics. And we said earlier that writing a thesis sentence with subtopics is better than writing a thesis sentence without subtopics. And we mentioned the reason. The reason is that, or I will ask you about the reason to refresh your memory and to make sure that you understood the point. Why? Now, please listen to me, students. Why is it important? Why is it better? Why is it better to have subtopics in the thesis statement than not having, yes, subtopics? And here we have Thijil Falah and Anwar Abdul Wahid. Let's start. Yes, Amal Abdul Wahid, Fatima Abdul Majid. ممتاز. I'm going to choose, yes, Anwar Abdul Wahid. Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Subtopic in the sentences, it gives exactly the like or similar, and the writer has a better understanding. Is going to write about in the body paragraph. It is clear about the outline.
Okay.
And the second sentence is better, also gives the same meaning until the word results, but the writer adds something specific about these positive results.
Okay. Thank you very much. Fatima Abdul Majid.
Yes, sir. The thesis statement, the subtopics gives us or make us know that the writer had think of his brainstorming and has the ideas to write the body paragraphs.
Okay, thank you very much. Thijil. Yes, thank you.
To make the writer use these tools, the subtopics, and he write them in the thesis statement to make it clear for the reader, because when the reader reads about the essay, it's going to be long, and he want to make it short for himself. So when he read the subtopics, he will understand what he is going to read in the rest of the essay, which is basically grabbing the reader attention and making it clear for the reader what he's going to read about, and instead of making it vague without writing the subtopics, and the reader may not finish your essay.
Excellent, excellent.
So it's a tool the writer use to grab the reader attention and to make him focus on the essay and what it's going to write him.
Okay, thank you very much. Amal Abdul Wahid, excellent, good answers. Yes, Amal.
نعم stop.
Yes, please.
When we have subtopics in the thesis statement, that's help us to organize our essay first, and also he helped us to make clearly outline, and we are going to know what are you going to write as a writer, and what we are going to read as a reader.
Excellent, excellent. Good answers. Really good answers. So writing subtopics are good not only for readers to understand the organization, the outline, or the pattern of organization. Okay, the pattern of organization will be very clear to the readers, not only to the readers but also to the writer. And the other point is, writing a thesis statement with subtopics is an excellent tool, as one of your colleagues said, as the Gila, I think, said, it's a good tool. And the other colleague, an excellent answer, refers to organization and outline. To outline your essay, you need to be so clear in your thesis statement, and try always to write subtopics. This gives the reader, the assessor, your teacher who will assess your writing, it will give him or her a sign, a signal that you understand very well your pattern of organization. يعني انت اذا تكتب بالامتحان تكتب فد short introductory paragraph, at the end of the introductory paragraph you write an excellent thesis statement. This thesis statement not only represents the main idea, your viewpoint, but it also refers to the subtopics of that main idea. يعني مو فقط تذكر للمين ايديا، بعدين بالبودي باراجرافز راح تكتب يعني you are going to brainstorm your ideas, you are going to organize newly. لا, from the very beginning you are so clear, not vague. Okay, يعني انت مو يعني not confused. You are very clear about your subtopics. فهذا الاستاذ هنا أنا راح يعني راح he or she is going to have a good impression, an excellent impression. يعني always try to write your thesis statements, your thesis sentences with subtopics. This gives a signal, again, a good impression to your readers and teachers that you outline your essay very well. You know what you are going to write about. يعني it's not haphazard. لا. وإنما, on the contrary, you know the outline, you know what you are going, specifically what you are going to write about. You have, for example, 2 subtopics, so you will write 2 body paragraphs. If 3 subtopics, 3 body paragraphs. Excellent, good answers. So I want you to raise your hands and answer, for example, let's take number 2 and 3, that's it. Okay, number 2 and 3 of practice 4 to move on to practice 5. Yes, please. Women generally live longer than men for 2 main reasons. They tend to take better care of their health, comma, and they have better resistance to stress. Yes, please, Ikhlas Abdul Hamid. What is the topic? What is the signal, and a signal word or a phrase? And yes, what are the subtopics? How many subtopics do we have? Yes, please.
Yeah, the topic is women generally live longer than men.
Okay, go ahead.
And for 2 main reasons, this the signal how much subtopic we're going to write in our essay. Here yes. We find 2 that tend to take better care of their health, and they have better resistance to stress.
Thank you very much, Ikhlas. But I have some comment on your answer, okay, about the topic. I will see and I will ask other students. Do you agree with the Ikhlas about the topic? The topic is women generally live longer than men. Do you agree, for example, وليد طالب ما أعرف الاسم ما طالع عدل.
عبد الرحمن, sir.
عبد الرحمن, yes please.
I think the topic is the general topic, or the general main idea is general. It's women generally.
لا لا اسمح لي شوي عبد الرحمن. Excellent, you answered the question, but you have to be so clear and accurate about your words. احنا قلنا عندنا topic, فلا تخلطها ويا من لا تخلطها ويا المين idea, because the main idea is different from the topic. Yes please, go ahead.
Yeah. Women generally, and the subtopics, there's two reasons.
Yes, that's clear. Yes, Abdurrahman,
yes.
I asked about the topic only. Okay,
guys. Women generally. Yes. Women generally.
Women generally, يعني two words. Women generally
live longer than men for two main reasons.
Okay, thank you very much, Abdurrahman. إخلاص يمكن. إخلاص يمكن. Yes.
Live longer. Topic live longer.
The topic live longer. نشوان عماد. Thank you, إخلاص. نشوان عماد. نشوان عماد. نشوان عماد يمكن عندها مشكلة. اوكي. آمال عبد الواحد.
نعم أستاذ.
Yes.
Women generally live longer. That's the topic.
زين.
I think.
زين. احنا انتبهوا لي شوي. هاي معناه شنو؟ معناه احتمال انا ما اشرت الى هذه النقطة سابقا. The topic لا انا شرحت اعتقد يعني any sentence has two parts. Grammatically speaking has two parts. Even semantically speaking. احنا شنو قلنا؟ Grammatically speaking, the sentence is divided into what? Into two parts. The subject and the what? Subject and what? إذا واحد يذكر.
Verb.
لا. Subject and predicate. Yes, predicate. Okay.
Predicate, yes, sir.
السبجكت هو اللي قبل الverb. يعني normally the sentence has a subject and then a verb, and after the verb we have the complement. من الverb فصاعد هذه يسمونه predicate. من الverb فصاعد هذا يسمونه predicate. احنا الآن خلي في بالك من أقول لك what is the topic? The topic is not the verb and what follows the verb. The verb and what follows the verb refer to the opinion of the writer. يعني أنا لو هسه أقول لك فقط هاي الجملة women generally live longer than men. هاي الجملة تنقسم إلى قسمين. We are talking about whom? جاوبني. We are talking about whom?
Women.
We are talking about women. إذن our topic is what?
About women.
As women.
Women.
Yes.
That's it.
Women.
Our topic is women. We are talking about women. When we say, for example, teachers are so and so and so and so, we are talking about teachers. When we say, for example, gardens, we are talking about gardens. So the subject of the what of the sentence is the topic normally, usually. Okay. So we are talking about women. So the topic is women. And what about generally live longer than men? هذا إله علاقة بمن؟ إله علاقة بالidea. The main idea of the what of the sentence, the viewpoint of the what of the writer. يعني من يقول هو women generally live longer than men؟ من يقول؟ يعني لابد اكو فد اما تنطيني evidence او تنطيني فد هذا رايك انت. يعني تقدر تقول انت مثلا يعني about any مثلا يعني the Japanese cars انت احتمال عندك سياره يعني made in Japan زين وانت دائما تشتري السياره اللي made in Japan يجي اخر واحد عنده دائما سياره مثلا German made فهذا مجرب الجيرمن فقط مثلا، او يعني عنده inclination، عنده ميل للجيرمن كاز، وهذا عنده ميل للجابانيز كاز. هو يقول مثلا ابو الجيرمن يقول مثلا German cars or German made cars are stronger than Japanese cars. مثلا are stronger، هنا are stronger هذا opinion. are stronger and more مثلا resistant than Japanese car. نقول are stronger and more resistant than Japanese cars، هذا هو his opinion her opinion. انت يعني هو انت شنو تطلب من عنده في الكتابه او في الارجيومنت؟ انت تطلب من عنده دليل، تطلب من عنده supporting ideas details، راح هو ينطيك supporting ideas هو حسب قناعته. لكن انت تجي تقول له لا، انا I don't agree with you. I believe that Japanese cars are يعني مثلا اما تدحض فكرته وتقول له the same يعني more strong and more resistant، او تقول له يعني stronger and beautiful يعني more beautiful and well structured مثلا، يعني any other idea. فهنا أنا عندي شنو؟ you are talking about هذا talking about what Germany's German made car وهذا Japanese made car. اوكي فهنا هو التوبيك. احنا we are talking about women in this sentence. What about women generally live longer than men؟ هذا the writer's opinion. احنا ما لنا علاقه سواء كان صح او خطا، احنا نطالبه بالدليل. احنا اللي علينا من نكتب احنا نطلب الدليل، وانت من تكتب لازم تكتب بدليل. اي idea عندك انت you are allowed to express your idea about certain topics common topics. اذا انا اسالك على education ممكن انت الايديا مالتك تختلف عن الايديا مال صديقك، شيء اكيد شيء اكيد. ممكن كل واحد ينطيني ايديا main idea وينطيني subtopics، لكن منو اللي يقنع الريدة اكثر؟ هو اللي يقدم support، قدم supporting ideas، قدم examples details argument counter argument etc. إذن هنا التوبيك هو السبجكت we are talking about، يعني مو الجملة كلها ولا من الفيرب إلى ما بعد الفيرب. من الفيرب هنا يبدي الرأي، يبدي الرأي حتى لو كان الفيرب الويك فيرب مثلا الفيرب to be. أوكي صار واضح الآن إن شاء الله. إذن النقطة الثانية جدا يعني واضحة. الwomen هي التوبيك و for two main reasons بعد صارت جدا واضحة. هاي signaling what signaling phrase، وهو قال لك two main، اذا لازم نحدد two main. انطاك colon. طبعا مرات sometimes we don't have for example for two main reasons for يعني فقط for مثلا وكتب لك كتب لك colon. هاي الكولن هي قد تشتغل شنو؟ it works it functions as signaling signaling يعني تقدر تقول punctuation signaling punctuation for يعني signaling punctuation that indicates the coming of the subtopics. يعني point number 3 من اللي يجاوب عن point number 3 يعني read it very clearly. ناخذ تبارك هادي عبد الوهاب.
Yes,
yes please. okay.
Teenagers declare their separateness from their parents by the way they dress and talk.
Okay, yes please.
Teenagers is the topic.
Excellent.
By the way, the signaling phrases that refer to the subtopic.
Excellent.
And there is the two subtopics. They dress
yes.
and talk.
Excellent. Very clear. Now you are analyzing the sentence. احنا ليش جاي ندرس هذا تبارك؟ ليش جاي ندرس هذه النقاط؟ يعني مثلا thesis sentence, the elements of the thesis sentence, what possibilities do we have to write and to analyze, to identify the thesis sentence, to analyze, to know how to analyze the written sentences. And at the same time, when we know how to analyze, we know how to write. يعني when we analyze the written text, this means that we can what? We can write correctly and yes, appropriately. انت الان هسه يعني تقدر تعين لي تقول لي this is the topic and this is the signaling phrase، مو لانه فقط عندنا exercise and we want to answer these questions. We want to learn from this type of analysis. These answers will teach us how to write our sentences. احنا شنو الفائدة؟ We know how to analyze but we don't know how to produce our sentences. إذا أنت whenever you think of a thesis sentence, try to remember that you have 3 elements. You have the topic, you have the idea, the main idea. طبعا مو 3 elements، نقدر نقول 4 elements، بس هنا أنا ما شار بهذا البراكتس راد يركز على 3 نقاط: topic, signaling words, subtopics. أنا أضيف لها نقطة مهمة جدا، هي راح أعيد الترتيب: topic, the main idea; signaling words that refer to what? To subtopics. إذا صار عندنا 4 نقاط. أنت ممكن تستغني عن من؟ تستغني عن شنو؟ أريد واحد يجاوبني الآن. إحنا عندنا 4 نقاط بالثيسيس سنتنس.
subtopics.
subtopics. وإذا استغنيت عن السبتوبكس إذا أنت استغنيت عن شنو بعد؟
عن السيجنالينج.
أحسنت، أحسنتم. إذا ممكن تكون عندي الثيسيس سنتنس، يعني إذا هسه عندنا خيارين، يا اللي يجاوبني عندنا، يعني we have 2 choices. How many items, how many crucial, essential, core yes items in the thesis statement. اما او يعني اما عندنا هالقد items او عندنا هالقد items. شو تقول؟ يعني مثلا اللي رافعين ايدهم، مثلا عبد الرحمن.
Yes, the topic and main idea.
Okay.
And for subtopics, we can, if we don't have subtopics and signalings.
اما
So
نقول
we have
signaling words او
signaling
نقول
words.
signaling words. اي yes.
So we have 2, the topic and main ideas.
Excellent. Or او 4.
O 4. Yes.
احسنت. اذا so when we write، انتبه شوي، when we write our thesis sentences we have 2 choices. We either have the basic elements هو 2. البيسك elements هو 2. البيسك elements هو التوبيك والمين ايديا. هذا انت تريد تكتب better thesis statement, better for your ideas organization, better for you as a writer, better for the readers to understand the organization of the what? Of the essay. Not only to understand, to have a good impression about you, that you have a good outline for your writing. You have an earlier outline. You already brainstormed and outlined for your what? For your essay. وهذا يعني it gives what? Gives good impression to your readers, to your assessor. اوكي، مثلا الاستاذ راسا يقول هذا الطالب فاهم القضيه لانه انطاني ثيسيس سنتنس تحتوي على شنو؟ تحتوي على subtopics وعندي signaling words. كلش ممتاز. هذا الطالب يعرف شنو جاي راح يكتب. يعني ما يكتب haphazardly randomly، لا، يكتب with intention, with ideas in his mind, with an outline in his mind. And then we have 2 choices. Either we have the basic elements, 2 elements, the topic and the main idea, or we have 4. يعني we have 4 yes elements: topic, main idea, signaling words, subtopics. وطبعا السيجنالينج words قد تكون مو الا words، ممكن punctuation، قد يكون colon. اوكي، النقطتين نسميها نقطتين شارحه. اذا يعني اعتقد هذا practice number 4 is so clear now, so clear. We move to practice number 5. We move to practice number 5. Here we have what? Yes, complete the thesis statements by adding subtopics. So here we have what? By adding subtopics. إذا هنا شنو عندنا؟ يعني يا يقول لي كم elements عندنا هنا؟ مثلا أريد أنا جاي أسأل سؤال، فإذا واحد مثلا
screen share is off.
No, you stop sharing the screen. We can't see it.
I didn't stop it. So you can't see it?
There is nothing.
No, we can't.
Just you.
Okay,
It's
I
off.
will yes, I will see whether it is still should or not. Okay. يعني احتمال automatically maybe automatically disappeared. Should. Okay. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
You are presenting. Okay. ممتاز. ممتاز. فد لحظة. إذن واضحة الآن. Here we have in practice number 5. Practice number 5. We have what? We have sentences. These thesis statements. These thesis sentences. How many elements do we have in each and every one of those thesis sentences? إخلاص عبد الحميد.
Yes, sir.
How many elements do we have in each of these? Yes.
4.
4?
Yeah, about topic,
Yes.
main idea,
Yes.
signals word, and subtopic.
Where are the subtopics? We don't have subtopics now.
Read it. We're
not yet. يعني احنا المطلوب من عندنا يعني we are required to add subtopics, but before adding
signals and subtopic.
Okay, thank you very much. Computer is necessary for college students for 3
subtopic
reasons. Okay, Tabarak Hadi, how many elements do we have?
We have 3 elements.
3
topic,
elements.
main idea, and signal and word.
Excellent. Excellent. We have 3 elements before adding the subtopics. And we said that we either have the topic, main idea, or the topic, main idea, signaling words, and subtopics. But here in this example, in this practice, this exercise, we have 3 elements: the topic, main idea, signaling words. What is missing is what? Excellent, the subtopics. يلا أريد الآن مثلا ثجيل. Point number 1.
Adding subtopics. Okay.
بس شنو ثجيل? Before writing, before answering, please be so clear. يعني what you are going to say, I'm going to write. What you are going to say will be written by me to analyze it. Okay? So read the sentence and add the subtopics, please.
Okay. A computer is necessary for college students for 3 reasons. First, helping them with translating words and using dictionaries. Second, writing their essays using Microsoft Word to make their essays easy to read. Third, computers are more efficient and less time-consuming.
Okay, third, computers are more efficient
and less time-consuming.
And less time. طبعا شنو أطلب من عندكم هسه؟ يعني طريقة أعتقد أفضل، نروح إلى الشات تكتبوا لي السب توبكس. إذا يعني it's better. كل واحد يكتب السب توبكس مال نقطة نمبر 1 ونقطة نمبر هسه الآن نمبر 1. نروح للشات وكتبوا لي السب توبكس. اوكي طلابنا مثلا ثجيل الان يعني mentioned 3 points. ثجيل mention those in the chat وبقية الطلبة كذلك. أريدكم فقط تحلوا لي point number 1 because I want to focus on some points that are so important for you to understand. الآن please write the subtopics of point number 1 in the chat box. Please quickly write them precisely، يعني بشكل دقيق. يلا المطلوب من عندكم تكتبون السبتوبكس بالشات حتى نناقشها، فقط لنقطة نمبر 1 نقطة رقم 1 حتى نناقشها. Yes, quickly please. Okay, so إخلاص عبد الحميد. A computer is necessary for college students for 3 reasons. For 3 reasons. essay هاي الاسي ما موجودة بالجملة الأصلية أصلا يا إخلاص، الاسي ما موجودة. Doing online lessons. اوكي ممتاز حتى نناقشها. ممتاز. انا هنا اريد انطيكم فد نقطة جدا مهمة عندما نكتب السب توبكس. اوكي ممتاز. تقدرون طبعا تكتبون بس السب توبكس بدون ان تكتب شنو؟ بدون ان تكتب الجملة. اوكي ممتاز. خلي ما اعرف هذا الشات ما يمكن يصير حجمه كبير. اي يلا لا بأس. اوكي يعني راح نكتفي بهذا القدر حتى شنو؟ حتى لا ناخذ وقت. اذا اي واحد عندك لا بأس خليه يكتب. اذا عنده يعني فد سب توبكس خليه يكتبهم افضل. اوكي عندنا اللي كتبوا الان، عندنا إخلاص عبد الحميد، سارة سلام، فاطمة عبد الماجد، إيثار حبيب، ثجيل فلاح، إخلاص عبد الحميد، نور باقر، علي مرتضى، مروة محمود شاكر، وزينب كاظم، إخلاص عبد الحميد مرة أخرى جيد يعني جيد. وعندنا صفا جعفر وشيماء جواد وآمال عبد الواحد، مرتضى محمد شعبان. ممتاز. Searching about information that related to their study. مرتضى هو قال ايش قد؟ مرتضى هو قال 3 reasons. اوكي لا بأس نجي نناقشهم ان شاء الله quickly بعد ما راح اناقش بقية الجمل بقية الجمل عليكم، لانه راح نناقش هذه الجملة بشكل مفصل ان شاء الله. ومصطفى عادل علي عبد الكنعان. اوكي وعندنا مرتضى محمد شعبان ذكرت اسمه انا. اوكي راح اناقش النقاط. خلنا راح اقرا على السريع. عندنا إخلاص عبد الحميد بعد الكولن راح اقرا بعد الكولن اللي بس السب توبكس. Doing online lessons, grammar mistakes and also for research. انتبه لي شويه. Doing online lessons, grammar mistakes and also for research. نجي إلى سارة سلام بعد الكولن. The computer is important for college students because لا احنا نريد شنو؟ احنا نريد يعني الجملة نفسها مكتوبة، فقط اللي بعد الكولن هو يعتبر سب توبكس. يعني احنا مو نروح نغير شنو؟ نغير الجملة الأصلية اللي موجودة. يعني خاف تجيك بالامتحان ما اريدك كانت تغير لي الجملة مثل ما يعني سارة the computer is important for college students because it لا because احنا ما عندنا because. هو كاتب اذا خلي اقرا قال a computer ما قال the computer، قال a computer is necessary for college students for 3 reasons. المطلوب من عندك وكأنما عندك 3 فراغات بعد الكولن بعد النقطتين شارحة. الفراغ الأول كوما، الفراغ الثاني كوما and الفراغ الثالث. انتهت القضية. حتى نعرف انه احنا يعني grammatical speaking نعرف نشكل جملة. يعني اذا ما عرفنا نكتب السب توبكس يعني الجملة شلون راح نكتبها بشكلها الكامل؟ زين. Because it helps to learn obtain information and expand knowledge. طبعا هنا سارة سلام ارتكبت خطأ من حيث تغيير الجملة، لكن بنفس الوقت عندها فد نقطة جدا ممتازة. بعدين أقول لكم شنو النقطة الممتازة. أما مثلا إخلاص عبد الحميد إنه ال ideas are good but still there is a point that I'm going to mention. Okay. يعني وين سلام؟ سارة سلام يعني كاتبت لي باراجراف، احنا نريد 3 نقاط جدا، يعني قد تكون 6 كلمات، يعني 6 كلمات 7 مو اكثر، 6 7 8، يعني احنا ما طالبين من عندكم تكتبون شنو. انتبهوا لي طلاب، انتبهوا لي طلاب، يقولون فهم السؤال شنو؟ نصف الجواب. فهم السؤال نصف الجواب. هذه طبعا هذه قاعدة جدا عقلية ومنطقية. فهم السؤال نصف الجواب. أنا أقول لك شنو اسمك، يعني what's your name؟ تقول لي my name is علي. That's right. My name is علي. من أقول لك what's your name تقول لي my name is علي. من أقول لك what's your name تقول لي I live in Basra and I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. I'm a student and for example I go by car every day to my college. هذا ما له علاقة، يعني لو تحكي منها الباكر. أنا قلت لك what's your name، بعد تقول لي أنت وين تسكن، منطقتكم شو اسمها، ايش قد عندك اخوان وايش قد عندك اخوات، شنو تدرس، شنو الانترستس مالتك، هاي كلها ما لها علاقه. لو تكتب لي كتاب كامل. انا شنو سالتك what's your name، تقول لي my name is علي، my name is ساره. that's it. هذا هو الجواب شنو الصحيح. يعني فهم السؤال نصف الجواب، النصف الثاني هو كيفيه ادارتك للجواب وكتابتك للجواب، او the spoken إذا كانت spoken، يعني how to answer spokenly your يعني your response. زين. فهنا سارة سلام كاتبت لي the computer is important for college students because it helps to learn, obtain information and expand knowledge. The computer makes it easier for students who study far from the cities and so on and so forth. Computer contribute. لا سارة تبهيري شوية. طبعا هاي مشكلة كبيرة جدا. عندما نجاوب على السؤال فقط 1 minute please. 1 minute. Excuse me. I'll return to you in 2 minutes إن شاء الله. فقط عندي شغلة جدا